At the very basic level, the process looks like this. From your local or virtual desktop, you submit jobs to HPC Platform Services, which in turn will use Slurm to submit jobs to the autoscaling cluster, where those jobs will solve. You can also use HPC Platform Services to manage and monitor jobs. Once the solve is finished, you can download the results, either directly to your mechanical application or to your desktop. The steps for submitting a job are given in the Gateway documentation, which can be found in the upper right of the Gateway portal. Go to the Recommended Usage Guide, Recommended Configurations by Application, Ansys Mechanical Configurations, Autoscaling Cluster Workflow, and Submit a Job. There are several ways to submit jobs. In this video, I will demonstrate the primary method, which is directly from the mechanical UI. Other methods are from Workbench, directly through the browser, or with Python. First, we need to create a queue in Mechanical. Open the Solve Process Settings window. Click Add Queue, and set Solution Execution Target to HPC Platform Services. Next, we need the HPS URL, which can be found through Ansys Gateway. In your project space, click on the Autoscaling cluster to view details. There should be a section for HPS. Depending on your IT settings, you may see the HPS URL here. If not, you can click Connect to connect to the HPC Manager. If it is your first time connecting, you may see a security warning. Accept the security exception and proceed. We will return to this interface soon, but for now, just copy the URL up to and including HPS. Return to Mechanical and paste the link using right-click, as Ctrl-V does not work. Click Test Connection to verify the URL is correct, the HPS service is running, and nothing is blocking the connection. Then proceed to enter the username and authenticate. There are two default users, REP admin and REP user, but your admin may have set up another account for you. After you see the message Authentication Successful, you can submit jobs. However, you may want to do additional configuration first. Open the Advanced window. The most important settings are Select Resource and Select Queue, which was added in Mechanical 2025 R1 release. These settings control which hardware the job will run on. If you leave these options unspecified, the job will be sent to the default queue as configured in HPS, or could get stuck in the pending state if no default was set. If you are using Mechanical 2024 R2 or earlier, you must rely entirely on the settings in HPS. Close the Advanced Properties window, then click OK to save our new queue. Select the new queue from the drop-down menu and specify number of cores. Hit Solve to submit. The input files are created locally, then sent to HPS. Once the upload is complete, we have a few options. We could stay here and monitor the solve through the mechanical interface, especially in 2025 R1 and later, which has improved monitoring. We could also close Mechanical to free up the license. In either case, we can also go to the HPS Web UI to monitor and manage the job. This provides more information and options than in Mechanical. Returning to the HPS, also called HPC Manager window we opened earlier in the video, we first finish the login process. This login uses the same accounts we use to submit jobs. Again, those defaults are REP admin and REP user. Once inside, we see past and current projects. Let's see more details about the running job. The first thing to check is the status, which is pending. And we can also see the reason it is pending is scaling, which means the auto-scaling cluster is starting up the nodes. Clicking on Scaling opens a window with additional details. After a few minutes, the job starts and status changes to running. Once that happens, the console output will be shown below. You can select other files to view, such as solve.out, which automatically updates during the solve to make it easier to monitor. As mentioned earlier, we can monitor the running job from Mechanical. Right-click on Solution Information and select Retrieve. This will show the latest solve.out as well as other monitoring info such as force convergence. When the solve is finished, the status changes to evaluated. Notice there may be a delay for file handling before HPS updates the status to evaluated. At this point, Mechanical shows green download arrows to indicate the results are ready to download. If you did not toggle on the option to download results automatically, you can right-click on Solution to get results. After the download completes, you can post-process normally, and result files will be stored locally in your Workbench project.